way over. Yeah. Yes guys, welcome to another video and welcome to the start of my 2023 competition prep, my first prep as a WNBF Pro, and man, I am excited for it. I have to do this stuff now. I'm getting old, mobility work, it's important. So I started my prep this week at 20 weeks out from my first show of the season, and we are now today 19 weeks out from my pro debut with the WNBF. After that, we've got the Pro Worlds in Seattle, Washington. So we are 21 weeks out from the Pro Worlds. So I'd like to start this episode with outlining my goals for this season. So having won the title of British champion for the last 3 years, and then also winning my pro card at the Worlds last year in LA, then brings me to my goals for this year. When I first turned pro, I was obviously very happy to do so, and it was almost like I'd achieved a dream of mine. And then as time went on, you start thinking, right, what more do I want from this? And for that reason, I can say safely that my goal is now to become the WNBF Pro World Champion. I also feel we only have one pro debut, so I want to make the very most of it and aim for nothing short than a win in that show too. Now, it might seem crazy to some people having just turned pro to be aiming so high with my goals, but for me personally, what I've learned in the pursuit of winning shows previously and almost just giving my all to this lifestyle and going all in on my competition preps is I'm basically at a point now where I feel I'd be selling myself short to be aiming any lower than aiming for wins in these shows. I literally dedicate my life to this right now and I want it all. So that's what you're going to see on this series, is me applying my all and basically aiming for the top prizes. So now what I feel some people do is they'll set their goals lower, almost in a fear of failure. And what I've come to learn is that basically failure can be a driver. It can drive your motivation levels and also help you along the way. Now what I will say as well is I've done a lot of winning over the last few years, but away from the stage, there are things in my life where I've also had losses. And basically what I'll say is it's the losses as well in life that help you to grow. So why not aim for the very top, and if at very worst you apply your all to it and you do not win and it is a loss, you're going to learn and you're going to grow in the process. Because what's more important, the person we become while we're challenging ourselves to reach our goals, or what we acquire when we actually achieve the goals. The moment that you win is short-lived, but the resilience and the dedication and the drive and the attributes that you apply to yourself in the process will stand you in good stead for the rest of your life. So that's it, that's my goal set. And everyone can do that for themselves, right? We can set a goal, we get to choose our goals, and we get to choose how we apply ourselves to them, and we get to choose how we handle the process of attaining those goals. So never set your goals short, let's aim high, and let's make sure that then we are doing everything on a daily to go on and give ourselves the best chance to achieve those goals. So with that being said, where am I at right now? So, like I said, I'm currently now 19 weeks out, and not a lot changes, to be honest, when we go into a competition prep. All that's happened is I've dropped my food slightly and I've upped my expenditure of calories I'm burning by doing more steps on a daily basis. I will go through that more in future videos when I do a full day of eating and explain to you basically how my meals are set up and how my calories are set up as well. But for now, I think the most important thing is to get this series started, get into it, and yeah, guys, follow along. So my diet is set, my steps are set, my output is set, and my training plan pretty much doesn't change. I'm aiming to do the same workouts and maintain my strength and keep those workouts going to maintain what I've built in what has been a very good off-season for me. After a good off-season, I'm feeling the best place I've been actually going into a prep. Compared to last year, I mean, I started prep in a position whereby I had a few things going off in my personal life which were making me feel a little bit lower on confidence first and foremost, and even going into filming the start of the series that I did for my prep. I was feeling a bit anxious towards it and stuff, but this year, I must say I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very excited for this. I feel a lot more comfortable in front of the camera now as well to do this on the YouTube. And I think what that says to people is, if you want to do something, you've just got to commit to it, right? So last year when I started the prep series, once it came around, I actually didn't feel like getting myself in front of the camera, but as time went on, because I'd committed to the action, it actually went pretty well, and I'm so glad looking back now from my successes of last year that I actually applied myself to the YouTube series and was able to share the process with people to help them along their way. So we're doing more of the same this year, more regular videos. I'm aiming to get videos up weekly and show you guys everything along the way. So guys, there we are. Session's all done here at Nottingham Strong. As you'll see throughout this series, I'm going to be using this gym more and more. The one thing I wanted to say that maybe I didn't touch on so much before is just basically my mindset with this prep. So I have set my goals really high, and the reason for that really is because all we can do in these situations when we set a goal is control the things that we can control, and that is something I've learned in these previous years. Last year especially, I got a little bit anxious throughout my prep because I was so determined to win the British title again, having done it previously, and I put so much pressure on myself, which in some ways did stand me in good stead, but also it didn't make the prep as enjoyable as what it could be. Now what I've learned from that going forwards is basically just to keep controlling the things that we can. So now I have my goal, and I'm almost in a position now mentally where I feel like no matter the outcome, I know that I'll be okay. It excites me to say that I can aim to be the Pro World Champion, but then at the same time, I know that if the thing out of my control, being picked winner that day, doesn't happen, I'm almost a little bit excited for the challenge ahead of having to deal with a loss. So if you look at the two outcomes, if I'm in a position in my head where I'm a little bit excited by both, I almost feel like I've got some form of invincibility going into this prep, where I'm just going to apply my all to the goal because I want it really bad, but I also know at the end of it, if it wasn't to come true, I put my all into something, I can be proud of myself and I can deal with the loss in that way. I think it's an important thing to touch on basically, because we're all setting goals for ourselves, and I feel like some people, they go around and they say that they want to achieve something, and even if you don't believe it's true, to start with, the confidence will come in the process of working towards that goal. So we set the goal and then we work back from that. So right now I've got to do everything on a daily. Okay, is this going to serve me well to become the Pro World Champion? If the answer is yes, I'm going to do it. If the answer is no, I'm not going to do it. And then I know come the end of this prep, which you guys will be following along on, I know that I'm excited for all the challenges ahead for myself and what it will make me become as a person, not just physically, but mentally as well. I hope that I've expressed that in an understandable way. But for now, we're going to wrap up this video. Welcome to prep, welcome to the series. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, click the like button if you like the content, and also I'll see you on the next one. Thank you guys, let's do it. Let's go. I think that's it.